me get myself together. All right, we're gonna get our day started right now. Let's get this thing started. Let me get myself set up here. I'm a little bit trying to play catch up with my day. We're gonna be diagnosing a couple of vacuums today. I hope you guys have a great morning. I hope the day met you with a smile. If not, do something about it. It's under your control. Sometimes I don't feel like it though, but at the end of the day, it's still under our control, man. And you know, you go to a comedy show because temporarily you're given permission for someone else to make you feel good. Think about it. That's what you watch a movie, you're temporarily given over control to this other person to make me feel something. But we just can't stay there forever. All right, I think I'm about ready. Man, I started on the skateboard and I'm not happy with the way it looks. But I'm gonna find a way to turn this lemon into lemonade. And I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but this is one of the characters this is one of my characters. You know, there's some primal characters, call these guys. And I'm gonna figure out how to turn this because I was messing with paint and it just don't look. I'm not happy with it. But I might. You know, it's funny. I might end up covering the entire skateboard. Do some artwork all over it, and then I think I might just make this something that one of the viewers, the backpack, can get to put on the wall. Stuff like this you will put on your wall. You you just hang it as artwork. But this guy is I'm not happy with this guy. So I'm gonna try to find a way to. Anyway, let's move on into what we're doing. And let me pull up the chat so I can see who's who, if anyone is here, if anyone's hanging out. Hope some of my favorite folks are here this morning. All I have to do is find my mouse. All right. Let's turn this guy down here a little bit. And let's get into it. Let's see what's what. Yeah. Man, look. Life is good, man. I prefer life than not. So when people tell you life is good and you have a pushback on it, what happened? Why is this like that? I did not choose this. Oh my God, I did not choose this. Oh man, I didn't update the thumbnail. I tell you, I have to come up with a new thumbnail for that one. I have two feeds going on right now. Hey, what's up? You're back. Well, I mean, you're, you're back. All right. That's cool. Oh man, I tell you, man, you gotta love it. You gotta love it, man. Look, you gotta love it. Um, hold on, I'm almost ready, man. I'm almost ready. I gotta get the other screen up, man. I gotta see both screens so I can see what I'm doing here. My overhead and my vertical is running at. Hey, Brienne, top of the morning to you, Brienne. You're on the overhead setup. That's the one I'm looking at right now. Trying to see if I can put them side by side. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put one down here. Okay, put one down here. Voila, and then I'll have the other one up top, and I'll do it like that because keep it simple. But how's this, Brienne? Being that you're on the overhead one, I'm gonna share something with you. This I saw this today. I can't do it on the vertical; they can only hear it. All right. You're in that one too. Howdy, howdy, howdy. All right. I am dead 2025. Now born in 2026. Tripping. I got you, man. I got you. Let me play this little. This silly. It's silly, Brienne, but I wanted to put it on here. Hold on. Let me see something. Where's it at? Where's it at? It's silly, man. I hope you get a kick out of it though. Let's see. Doctor's appointment. No, let me do the other one. All right, I'm gonna do the other one. I'm gonna do the boyfriend, girlfriend, or the husband and wife thing. All right, let me see if I can share it. Okay, so you can see it if you're on the overhead, and you won't be able to. Let me play it real quick.
You never listen to me.
I do listen to you. You're making a big deal out of nothing.
This is a big deal.
No, it's not. You know what? You're right.
What?
I don't listen to you, and this is a big deal. You're right. I'm wrong, and I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you were able to admit that you were wrong.
Of course.
Wait a second. I know what you're doing here. You're just saying I'm right because you don't want to fight.
You know what? You're right.
Big what?
I am just admitting you're right, so we don't have to fight. You're right. I'm wrong, and I'm sorry.
Wait a second. You're doing it again right now.
Oh my God, you're right. I am doing it again right now, aren't I? You're right, and I'm wrong. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you're able to admit that you're wrong 3 times now.
Of course.
Okay, now I feel better. Maybe I was making a big deal out of nothing. Maybe I was wrong, and I'm sorry.
You know what? You're right. You did make a big deal out of nothing, and I was right, and you were wrong, and you should be sorry. Now go make me a sandwich.
Wait a second.
Oh, these guys are silly. Oh man. Oh yeah. I just figured I'd just put it out there. Oh my God, what happened? It didn't do right. I guess I lost my feed on that one on the overhead. All right, guys. It's funny. You just have to keep adjusting. All right, here we go. 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 I hope. Did I pause this? Did I pause this? Is that what I did here? Yeah, I did. All right, let's keep rocking. All right, so I have a vacuum here. And sometimes your vacuum's making a noise. You don't know what's going on. You have to kind of figure it out. You have to kind of just try something, okay? And this person was going to throw this away. This is not a cheap vacuum. I guess he had gotten it at a deal. It looked like he got it at a deal. Maybe at he got a deal on it anyway. But he was going to throw it away. And I'm like, dude, these are like $800 cleaners. You don't throw it away, man. Save your money, right? Let's see what's wrong with it, right? So I'm gonna turn this on, and you tell me what you think is going on with this thing, and what we could probably do to find out what's wrong. Okay, you ready? If you're ready, say yeah, yeah. All right. let's turn this thing on and let's see. Let's find out. Okay. Let's find out. All right. Turn the noise. Let's see what we got. That is crazy. Well, I think I already found out one of the problems. I think I know what the problem is. But you hear that sound? Love a good deal, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I love a good deal too. Um, I think I know what the problem is. I think I know what the problem is. All right. Think about that one. I'm gonna put this back to the front of class for a second. But listen to that sound again. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna move this out the way. All right. Because we're gonna open this up a little bit and see what's going on. All right. You ready? That's one. The next one. The next one is we're gonna try to figure out if you have a Dyson. I have two of these Dysons here on purpose because I want to show you what happens with these and how you can grab it quick. We're gonna get back to that, Ricard. I'm gonna show you how to grab it quick, right? Both of these Dysons were charged. Let me make sure they're both even. I gotta mark this because I don't want to mix these guys up at all, right? Now that I took that little piece out because I took it out on purpose because I want it to be the same as this, but I have the tag and I really don't want to. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me fold the tag. Good to know. All right. So here we go. When you turn on the Dyson and it's fully charged, and you have these three lights here, 1, 2, and 3. And if the moment you press it to start cleaning, one of those lights disappear, you have a problem. Okay? That's just what it is. Turn it on. It's supposed to be 3 blue lights. And look at that. It's down to 1. Okay? Man, that visual is bad. Why is that? That's bad visual. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me make sure this thing is plugged in. I don't want this to mess up on me like last time. Last time this thing was acting wonky, and I don't want to do it again. Okay? So you use this guy for a couple, maybe about 5 minutes, and eventually he's just gonna just stop on you. Okay? He's gonna stop on you. And then do the same thing with this guy. You press it to attack. Okay? So what we have here is a healthy battery and a sick battery. And now some guys may go far in, man. I've seen guys open up these batteries and do stuff with them. How many people are going to do that, right? Most folks are just going to buy another battery. The batteries for these Dysons, especially the ones that at this age, you're probably not going to find them new anymore, original, right? You're probably going to have to go to Amazon and maybe you'll get a battery that it'll keep charging for a year and a half, maybe 6 months, who knows, right? It's really hard to tell when it comes to those aftermarket batteries. But just know that at least you have a solution for some of these. Okay, some of these batteries are like $150, $160. You can get some of these on Amazon for $50, something like that, $79. Don't go for the real cheap stuff like $29 or anything like that. You're going to be disappointed. You're going to be pissed off at yourself. You'll be throwing away money. So if you're going to go in, just kind of go in proper and see, okay? But that's it. That's it with these things. And always test them on max, because if you test it on the lower rate, you don't know if it can handle the pull. All right, if it's going to buckle on you, okay? So that's kind of what I want to do with this. for this part. Okay, so if you charge it all night and then the moment you start using it, you notice the lights disappear right away. Just know that it's like whatever energy got stored up, it just said, whoop, we just use it all up at one time. Okay, that's like someone who starts a race and they just bust out real fast and they're in front of the pack, and then by the time they get to that third lap or whatever, second lap, they're out of steam. Okay, so that's kind of what's going on with this. All right, okay, so move this guy out the way. So really, what we're going to end up doing is taking out this battery and swapping out this battery. Okay, that's it, and it's not hard. If anyone might as well, while I'm here, right? You get a Phillips screwdriver. Okay, most of these Dysons, right? They'll use a Phillip on the outside, and it's only when you kind of get in, like the long ones, like these guys here. Like these guys here, is you'll need use a Phillip on the outside, and then on here you'll need like a Torx screw if you want to get on the inside of this stuff. Okay, these guys, that's the longer ones. All right, just remember that if you're gonna kind of mess with this at home. That's how my brain works. I swear, I'll have a good idea, right? Okay. Hey, Brian, I saw something today that reminded me of what we were talking about yesterday. I know you were here in spirit, right? And it was about well, it was a clip I made. It wasn't really the actual clinic I was giving. It was a clip. I put a clip up, and it was about people being offended for hearing the truth, and strong people are not offended for hearing the truth. Strong people will be offended if you lie to them, right? And weak people will be offended if you tell them the truth. And that's unfortunate, but it happens. It happens. I see it happen all the time, But I saw a clip. It's not even a clip, a picture, and the picture was of a young lady that just she just died, right? She got shot, in the car and all that stuff. And the truth is that they show some pictures of other ladies, a bunch of them that had died, or either last year or the year before, that there was no riot, no uproar, no nothing about those people. Okay, it was actually either excuses or nothing was said, right, of any substance. And it's like, so you got so mad right now, but you weren't upset before about these. And the truth is, it's because it did not. They weren't told to be upset. They weren't. Life is, anyone that gets hurt or died, that's not good, right? It's just, but they weren't told to be upset. They weren't told to riot. They weren't told to, and it's just, that's the truth. That is the truth, man. And if you want to get upset at that, you can, but that is really the truth. When this person, this is then all of a sudden, oh my God, and then the other people, it's like, oh, well, and it's like, well, you got to, yeah, that's the truth, man. They weren't turning the city upside down when those people were taken from us. So just keep that. That's something that's for real, for real, for real. Feel what way you want about it, but it doesn't change the fact that is the truth of it. You can have your opinion about it, and you can say, well, but we could probably first start by acknowledging that is the truth of the matter. No uproar. Yeah, even the painful stuff, right? Man, who the hell want to hear that the reason you lost this race, the reason that we got this thing was because you weren't on top of it, that you didn't study for the test, you overate, you know what I mean? Who want to hear that? No one want to hear that, man. tell me it's somebody else's fault, okay? Why are you telling me it's my fault? You're acting like you don't like me. You're acting like you don't care about me. This is how you get these out. So you see 1, 2, and another screw right here. 1, 2, and then that's how easy it is. I mean, you don't have to beat yourself up. See that? Okay. All right. Okay. And yeah. It's always best to know, man. You know, they say ignorance is bliss. It's not, man. I mean, ignorance is like, what do you call that? It's like false bliss. You know, you think you're happy, but it's better to know, right? It's better to know that, you know, have knowledge of things. It's better to know. It's always better to know. All right. So anyway, so that's that, right? So, in other words, the other thing you can do is to see if this actually drawing more from the battery than it's supposed to. In other words, right? Is the flaw actually in here somewhere? This is where the motor and all that stuff is, right? Is the flaw here? So that means if I took this battery out, right? If I took this battery, let's say, okay, and let's assume that, hiya, hey, oh, good. How you doing? Good. I didn't get to see you before.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, I wasn't here. Okay, so we're over here, right?
Yeah.
And actually, are you okay standing right here and watch me do this over here?
Yeah.
Okay, let me show you what I figured out. No, come on this side. Sorry. You can be right here. I'm actually recording this here, so I might as well just use this while I'm at it, right?
Okay.
Let me show you what I found. Okay. Part of my testing is I turned it upside down.
Yeah.
And I said, all right, you know what? Let me remove this from here. I want to see what it does, right?
Yeah.
So took it off, turned it on. And I said, okay, all right, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see it was trying to move, right? It was trying to do something, all right? I said, okay, but it could be a fluke. Turn it on, turn it off again. Wait a second. And let's see. Okay, good. All right. So now when I do this, okay, and do that, turn it on again. And this is what you were experiencing, right? Yep, turn it on. Right, nothing. Nothing happened, right?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
So I said, all right.
Yeah.
Because I was all in there. I took this whole thing apart. Oh, someone's in the car?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just watching because my kids are in the
Okay, this is what I'll do. I'm going to continue with this today.
Okay.
Because I want to find out if there is a difference between this, because let me turn it off again. Let me see something.
Yeah, and I mean, it might just not work. You know?
Yeah, because, it's something on here, right? Let's see what we have. Okay. This is better than this. So let me find out what's going on.
Okay.
Because this is giving me the same reading.
Take a
Yeah.
picture of this.
Okay.
'Cause I don't even think they sell this one anymore.
No, actually, they don't. So this is giving me the same reading that it is not having a tank.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's happening is this right here.
Okay. So it's a sensor issue.
This guy here right here turned the two motors on the inside, and I think those motors are jammed out. But it should have still worked with this.
Okay. Do you want to keep it or you want me to just?
Yeah. Just for a few more. Okay. Now here's the other one on the other side there. So when you're ready, that's the.
Oh yeah, I can pick that up right now.
You can do that right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can pick that
All right.
up now, but we can just keep.
Okay, good. And then I'll let you know, because if I find that it's nothing else can fix it, then it's really up.
Yeah, we can just.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Good. Let me give you that one. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. No problem.
This was my favorite vacuum.
That's what
I can't just throw it away until you fix it.
No, you did right.
Because it is.
That's the way I
about it,
see it. That is the way I see it. Okay. Why waste your money?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it works, and sometimes you can't. Some vacuums are really finicky.
Yeah, and they're not designed to kind of hang out, last for a couple of years. Some vacuums are really just temporary.
Yeah.
So.
Well, let me know about the
Yeah, I will.
if it's gone, then it's gone.
If it's gone, it's gone. That's it. I'm gonna give it a good, honest effort, and if I can't do nothing,
Thank you
it's
so
what it
much.
is.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
No problem. How many little ones you have?
3.
All right.
There's the older one's older now, so I mean he's old time before, but they keep me busy.
That's right. How old is the other one?
He's 9.
No, man, that's all
9,
right.
7, and 3.
9, 7. That's it?
Mm-hmm.
No more?
3. That's
In
it.
the future?
No, no way.
Oh my gosh.
We have our hands more than full with 3, so kudos. My sister-in-law has 6.
6? Wow.
Kudos to people that can do that, but we are at our max capacity right now.
I was at my max at 2. Okay, so
Yeah.
okay, let me pull this up and see if here. Let's see what it said. Okay, review, and I just did the minimum.
Okay, thank you so much.
This right here, and just hover over, and you all set. This guy is ready to rock and roll.
Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Yeah, you want me to text this to you or?
Just yeah, sure. Text me
Fine.
and then text me with the other one. And thank
Okay.
you so much.
I'll keep you posted.
I appreciate you.
Oh yeah, you too. Thank you. All right. Thanks for being patient, folks. Yeah, so this guy here I was messing with for a couple of days. Put a new battery in it. Check out the circuit board. Something is going on with the load for the 2 little motors inside here interfering with this, but it's still another problem because when I put this guy in, is that amazing? No, it fits right into the diagnostic theme that we're doing today. When I put this guy in, no, fantastic. Stop. So I'll be able to give her back this based off of this. This is good. So by messing around like that, I was able to at least narrow it down that this guy is the issue. And I haven't figured out how to get inside this thing yet. Okay, how to actually get inside it, because I took the screws out, took this out, took all this off, right? And then I took I think when you normally would go towards locking, okay, one of these is the opposite. Okay, so if this one is, see that? Okay, so this is to lock it, right? So you will go to this way and it comes up. Okay. Okay. So this is like counterclockwise. So they're opposite each other. Okay. Because I guess they're spinning this way. So also the threads are opposite. All right. So I took all these out and everything else. I'm trying to find a way in because I want to check out the motors that are in here. And I haven't figured out a way in yet. So I'll figure this out. Okay. We may just have to just see if we can purchase another one of these, but man, they don't sell them new at this point. But at least we have a working system. So the system is fine. Man, I was in the circuit board. I was all the way inside. And I'm like, my God, this was a little diagnostic trick to do without opening the machine and everything else, was check to see how these 2 different ones behave. You see that? Okay. Hey, Orange. What's going on? Let me see. Why do I keep circling back to something like credit card? Well, let me see. I save money, right? Okay, I save money, but it costs you effort. Ignore me. Okay, and I'll charge you interest. What am I? Okay, believe it or not, it's internal. it's internal. It's like learning. How's this? Knowledge is probably where we're at with something like that, but you can apply it to other things. But the way I was coming from was knowledge. Learning things, right? Like for example, knowing this, this wasn't like having the beeps and all that stuff. I kind of ran into a way to diagnose this thing. Now that I know this, or now that someone would learn this, right? It's so easy to throw these things away, right? But it costs you so much time and effort to get the money to buy this, all right? But it's quick to throw it away, right? So these the diagnostic understanding will probably save you money. Okay, ignore the knowledge. It's going to cost you money. All right, so that's what that's where I was coming from. But you can apply it to other stuff. All right. So all right, so at least we zeroed it down to this guy. This guy is the problem. All right, and I'm gonna get this out the way because the dry one. This is for the mopping. The dry one works fine. Okay. So I'll get this back to her, and I'll probably just end up ordering one of these and see and test my theory and get another one. Right, because it's still possible that this is it's still possible that the problem is inside here, the connector that messes with that make contact with this. That's still a possibility, but it's best that I get another one to compare it with before I make that determination. Okay, so that's out of here. Look at that. Okay. All right, next up. All right, so what I was doing here. Okay, here I was trying to see if is it possible, right, that the motor is asking for more than the battery can give. Maybe the motor is jammed up, right, over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this battery out, and all I'm doing is the same thing that I did. Oh, did I take it out already? Nope, one more. All I'm doing is the same thing that I did with that robot vacuum. You know, I'm just swapping things out to see, and sometimes you have access to it, and sometimes you don't, right? But this time I do. So let me load this up, all right? And if this thing pull this battery down to 1, the moment I turn it on, then I know that the motor is asking for more than the battery can give, all right? So I have it on max. Let's see if it stays all 3 blues, because it's only supposed to reduce after like minutes of use. That's when the power starts to drain, after minutes of use. You're supposed to be able to get about maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes of cleaning with a fully charged battery. So let's check. Okay. We still have 2. Let's run it for a little bit. And I have it on max. Okay. All right. I'm gonna just have fun with this for a second. I'm just gonna swap this out real quick. Let me see what happens here. Look at that. Oh, sorry. Let's see how long this lasts. And it shuts off. See that? It's starting to blink. So the problem is this battery. Okay? Battery's out. This battery's junk. We need to get this out of here. Okay? So we're good here. Look like we have 2 battery problems. Nope, sorry. This thing, it fell out. You gotta keep it. You gotta keep it in. I gotta put the screws in. this one, it fell out. All right. So that's something you can try at home if you have one of these and you're trying to figure out what the hell's going on. All right. Okay. Now here's one last thing before we get to the car. I want to show you if you have a canister vacuum. Okay. Let me see. I figured it was internal, but I was trying to really hard to reach past just the stuff that always goes through my mind. You know what? You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You know what? I'm gonna have to stop being so predictable on some of this stuff because you realize the way I look at things is it starts here. That's how I look at this stuff. And the people you have to be afraid of are people that can affect you up here. The people that can manipulate your mind. You know, that can move you when you're not. You know, that's the people you have to be. Not a guy that steps to you or somebody that kind of yells at you, you know, and try to show off the big, you know, man, I could hurt you. You know, all right, that's fine. But the person that you really got to be mindful of is people that can manipulate you, man. That can convince you that something is there that's not there. Okay, so that's why I'm always in here. And so a lot of my riddles is predictable. I kind of focus on I stay in here. That's the key. Okay. But that's where most of us ignore. We get kind of emotional about most things rather than thinking it through. All right. Anyway, so here I have another one. I have another guy. Ouch. So any canister, man. Listen, my son slammed my shoulder months ago, Brianne. Months ago. All right, we were at a school meeting, and he just did one of these. He just did one of these, like, bam, dad. You know, your kids just see him messing with you like that, right? And I wasn't ready, and it hasn't been the same since then. I'm not a weak person, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm not a weak person. But he caught me off guard. You know, I didn't brace, right? And he was like, Dad, boom, you know, he just slammed me in my shoulder. And I was like, what the hell, man? And ever since then, oh my God, man, just picking up this thing. Normally, I could pick it up with this hand. And now I'm like, holy shite. What the frig? So I may have to go look at this. I may have to go look at this because, I don't feel it like this. You know, I'm moving things around, but really just trying to raw strength stuff, it start to like, I feel it. So I'm like, all right, maybe I need to go look at this, man. Stop being. Anyway, so now this is the deal. Let me show you something. So I started messing with this, started opening this up and all that stuff. I wanted to see what the hell is going on with this thing here. Because one, the first thing that gave it away is, you hear the sound? That's the first thing that gave it away, right? Something's wrong. But you don't hear the sound. You can be tricked because you don't hear it like this. So the sound, don't let the sound be the thing that will make you think. I mean, sound, definitely something's wrong, right? But that doesn't really, because you may not hear the sound, if you get what I'm saying. So use the technique. So let me show you what's happening, okay? And then I'm gonna show you what technique you can use if you have a canister of any kind, all right? It could be a rainbow, it could be a filter queen, it could be whatever, all right? 10 more. All right, let me show you what I did. All right, so this guy is here, okay? And then, come on. So you have your nozzle. Okay? See that? Shuts off and on as you're trying to use it. So you want to find out what's causing that shut off. Because every time the person goes forwards and back, it keeps shutting off, right? This head keeps shutting off. So what's causing it, right? Is it this up here, or is it this down here, right? Well, what you can do is do this. Oh, I gotta push this in. Hold on. Let me push this in so I can release this. What you do is remove your wand. Remove the wand. Okay? Just go all the way in like this. Okay? Go straight to the base. Go to the base. Now, some of them will allow you to do it, and some you can't. So you got to kind of, try it. And then do your back and forth and see if the light, if it tests it that way. And if it still runs, even if you got, sometimes you can do this when you have absolutely no power down here, or if it's intermittent power and all that stuff. So then you test it. So then you could say, well, all right, this is not the problem then. Okay? This is not the problem. It looks like the problem is a guy that's standing in between both of these guys. So this guy needs to be replaced. You see how that works? It's a simple thing. You may not even have, you may save you from going to the shop. It may save you from throwing it away. And then you go and try to find one of these. Okay? Unfortunately, this stuff is, I can't buy this right now, brand new. I went looking to see if I can get it, so I had to go and shop around and all that stuff and see. Found someone who is selling one of these, so when I get it in, I'll be able to check and see if it works properly. All right, cool. Tom, rotator cutoff. My stepdad. Just had both of us done. You think so? The rotator cuff? When you said he had it done, what did you mean he had it done? Right? You know what? I can't see the other one. I can't see the other strain. You're slapping him. Oh my gosh, folks. Potential spam. How often do you guys get these potential spam stuff? If you have an iPhone, I think it tells you. It's like, oh my God, man. Stop calling me. Gosh. All right, so that's that. All right, so now let's go figure out what's happening with this car. And let's see. Let's use our basic stuff that you can do at home before you have to go take something to the shop, right? Basic stuff. So the car is making a loud noise. How do I isolate the noise? How do I isolate the noise? Well, let me show you. Let's get this out of here first. And then we're going to be done. Okay? I have just a few minutes left. Come on. Come on. Feed. Come on. All right, forget it. I'm not going to spend all day trying to feed you this stuff. Here we go. So how do we figure this out, right? Ay, caramba, bro. Rotator cuff, huh? Gosh, man. God, I wish it was easier than that. But yeah, slammed it really good. Okay. The last time I had an injury like this, I tried playing basketball in the backyard with my boys. And that was the last time I played basketball with my boys. Number one, they're both taller than me, right? And I'm like, bring it, right? I'm talking to attitude. I'm not doing this to the kids, I'm talking attitude. Bring it. So when they were younger, man, I'm pushing them around, pushing them around and throwing a shot. And this time I jumped up and landed. And I was like, oh. I had to sit it out. That was it. I was done. Forget it. I was like, ow, what the hell? I had landed wrong, you know? So, oh man, that was the last time. After that, I just say, let's play, let's just see how many balls we can get in. And now the basketball is back there doing nothing, you know. It's just taking up space in the backyard. All right. All right, let's find a way to isolate this, Grant. 12 weeks out of work, my mom was. Really? He had surgery to fix one of his shoulders, had to let it heal for 6 weeks, then surgery on the other side. Oh my God, it's like that. Really? Gosh, man. What they have to do, an x-ray or something? Gosh. Man. Okay. Let's try this, guys. All right, Brandon, let's see if you can hear it out. Use your deductive reasoning. All right, whoever's listening, know that I've learned why Brianne is so smart. I'm not going to share it with you guys, but I'm telling you, I figured it out. He lost mobility in him. I didn't realize it until he had heard at work. Oh, X-ray showed the other side was on its way out too. Golly, man. So I have to take an X-ray. Yeah. Okay, I'll do that. I'll take an X-ray and I'll do that because it's starting to bother me. I mean, honestly, I thought it would just heal on its own. It was just like, oh, okay, maybe just feel it. And now it's like, wow, man, this thing it's not healing. Okay, it's not healing. Um, but hey, all right, let's try this one. Okay, so we're gonna turn this on. So this is what you can try. Turn it on in the upright position, right? Because a lot of these machines, um, when you recline it, the brushes will start. So you want to stop the brush from moving. Some of them, they have a brush switch, like carpet and floor, like this one has carpet and floor switch. So I'm gonna have it on just the floor first, meaning I don't want the brush to turn on at all. And I want to see if that sound is still there. If the sound is there when the brushes are not turning, then you know that it's probably the motor. Got it? Okay, so let's try it. See that? So you want to eliminate as many moving parts as possible for you to diagnose the problem. When you have a noise, it could be a shampooer, it could be see, like with a car, right? A car. Let's say, for example, your car is standing still, and you hear the noise. Then you know that it's let's say that the car is standing still and it's not the noise. You don't hear anything. But when you start driving, you hear something. Most likely has something to do with the tires, the rotors, the brake pads, the axle, whatever, right? Um, you see what I'm saying? If you hear the noise, it's sitting still and it's hearing like and then yeah. So I'm not a mechanic, but I'm just using my basic understanding like I do with this to say, yeah, I can see that being the case. All right. So here we go. Now let's start the brushes on. Let's put the brushes on. All right. And then we're gonna recline. Okay. So let's find out why this thing is making that kind of noise, right? So let's turn this around. Okay. And let's see what the hell's going on. Let's see what the hell's going on, man. All right. Brienne was like, "You got any better? You got? You have any better ideas?" Oh man, he's something else. You got you got something better? Is that the case though? People, it's like it's okay to criticize, right? Isn't it? It's okay to criticize. It's okay to say that I don't think that's gonna work, right? Nothing wrong with that. But okay, what do you recommend, right? And if you're honest, you can say, look, I don't know what to recommend. I just know that that way doesn't work. It's like, okay, and why don't you think it worked? Then because we tried, then you can, even when you talk communism versus, let's say, capitalism, right? And you say, well, which one's the best system? And say, well, all right. I use my own deductive reasoning on stuff like that, but you can look at evidence and see you don't want to keep moving the goalposts. Well, I mean, if it was done the right way, it would be done. It's like if the right way means that you're telling me that individuals can't own their own stuff and you're going to take from this one to give to that, then it seemed like that's always going to fail. That seemed like that plan is always going to fail. That's what it seems like. But we have proof that these countries tried it, right? And it hasn't worked, right? See what I'm saying? So, you can kind of come to terms like that, right? But some people like to criticize your work or criticize your idea, and it's like, well, okay, well, what do you suggest, right? And is what you're suggesting ever tried before? No, I don't think it's never been tried before. This is the reasons why I think it'll work. And then you can lay out the reasons why you think it'll work. It doesn't mean that just because you propose an idea, people have to buy it. Okay? You have to sell the idea. You know what I'm saying? It's your job to sell the idea. Okay? And then lay out the reasons why, the features and the benefits. And then hopefully people buy it. But if you're gonna force people to buy your idea, right? You have to buy this idea. That's not selling. That's a whole different thing you're doing. Okay? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna force me to buy this idea. It's like, sounds like the mob. You're gonna use our protection services, all right? I don't think I need it. No, I think you do. It's like, oh wow, okay. So, all right, let's take this out of here, right? Let's take this thing off, and I mean, it seems okay. Look at it. It seems to be smooth. It appears to be smooth. So we're gonna put this to the side for a second, though. All right, and check the belt. I don't see any breaks in the belt. I don't see any kind of gaps, anything like that. Okay, belt seems fine. Okay, move this to the side. Let's plug it. Oh, well, it's just that damn thing is still plugged in. Let's try it again. The brush is not in, but I'm gonna leave the switch turned on to brush. Okay, I'm gonna leave that switch turned on. Let's see. Okay. Okay. We got something else on our hands. So the brush seems fine. The belt seems fine. If I'm not mistaken, these things have two motors. Okay. One motor, I believe they call it the direct motor, and then the other one is up in this section here. It could be the motor again. Holy cow! Look at that. Let's unplug this thing. Let's see how far I can go into this without wrecking anything. Okay. Let's see. All right. You see that? No, ordinarily, Brianne, this thing I would have already figured it out. Because it's real easy just to go like, okay, take the brush out and that's it. But now that you have a second motor, that complicates things. All right, it complicates things with a second motor. So I'm assuming, and you said it too. Where'd you say it at? You said it up here somewhere. You said broken piece of plastic in the motor. You said, if you don't have a better solution, what am I doing? Zip it. So, hey man, I didn't know you were old school like that, man. What's your solution? What solution do you have? Just zip it, man. I don't want to. I don't want to hear your criticism right now. If you got a solution that can help fix a problem, zip it. Look, guys call me critical. Let me show you. Let me show you a comment. I'm gonna show you a comment. Damn, you can't see it because you're on the vertical. Okay, let me see if I can pull it up. So a guy made a comment on the post I put up yesterday regarding the about people not wanting to hear the truth, right? And he said something, and I resonated with what he said because I guess for me that's where a lot of my motivation for speaking about this stuff comes from. Is I got inundated with this stuff, and I realized that listen, if you keep pumping this into people's thinking in their minds, they're gonna keep believing this stuff. And not only that, you're gonna have the people living in the past and fighting phantoms, and then asking those phantoms to make their life better. And I'm like, that's a losing battle. But this is what he said. His name is Digital Disdain, I guess. All right. I can't even blow it up. Can I turn it this way? Okay, this is what he said. Right? This was his comment. I'm gonna read it to you, but I'm just showing you that this is the comment. Okay. All right. Well, you can't see it. It says here, this was about weak versus strong people react to truths completely different, right? It says, you get called a Nazi or an Uncle Tom for telling the truth. He says, as a black man, I've been called both, right? And I get where he's coming from with this, honestly, because people would have you. They sell misery, right? They sell whatever they're selling. They're selling misery, and the people who are more focused on living in a state of anger, depression, and resentment, they want more of that. Okay, and I'm like, okay, I get the misery. I get all. I really do get all of that, and none of that should be discounted. But let's use every other situation that we can think of in life. Okay, and you want to win. You want to win in life, right? Yeah. You want to succeed? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You want to do better than last time? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So where should my attention be focused on? What's the best game plan going forward? Strengthening myself, educating myself, make sure my resolve is there, make sure I'm focused, make sure I build new trends, make sure I build better habits for results. That's where it should be focused on. It doesn't mean you forget the past. It doesn't mean that you don't honor the past, but constantly living there and constantly looking back and pointing, that is not going to help you move forward. That's where I come from. It's not about disrespecting the people and you don't understand what I feel. I'm like, all right, it's not about that stuff, man. It's if you're in a game, right? The only way you're going to win this game is by focusing on your scoring, defending your position, moving forward, advancing, 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 advancing. You're not going to win the game constantly saturated in misery and talking about the past in a way that you're living there. That's what I'm saying. And the same thing go, and you can apply this to every. It's a truth that I think that can be applied to every facet of our lives. It can be applied to every facet of our lives. You're gonna win by making smart moves going forward. Okay, you're not gonna win by, like you want to. Let's say stocks. Let's say stocks, right? And you keep talking about the stocks that you lost, 5 months ago. Okay, and you're in your game of buying stocks. Okay, so what do? You're gonna have to figure out a way to make better decisions going forward buying stocks. But to sit still and constantly talk about the stocks you lost 5 months ago, and you think that it was a bad decision, I can't believe they did that, I can't believe they did that, is not going to make you more money in the stock market going forward. That's it. so, so I understand this guy where he was coming from with this. He's good. Yeah, he obviously he's telling the truth about certain things, and people think that he's like, I don't know, selling out to whatever. It's like, guys, cut it out, man. Let's succeed, okay? Let's succeed. All right. So that motor, guys, is coming from right here. Okay. And look at where the belt is. And the belt is connected to this side of the motor. And the dirt comes into this side of the motor. And Brant, I think the plastic you're talking about is over here. I think that's the problem. I think that's where the problem lies. Okay? So let me give it a shot. This is not fun to mess with because everything will make you feel like you're about to break this thing. Every move that you make with this cleaner make you feel like you're going to make a mistake and you're going to break something. So it's not a fun task, okay? But it pays to know this one. This is one of those things that it pays to know. If you're in the market. Victims don't know how to move forward. You're right. You're right. That's what I told my son when he griped at me for using Swiffer to clean the walls. Okay, that was fun before, right? Okay, I'm battling this with a friend. She complains for a week now about pain. Found out she had an inflamed colon. And she's stuffing her face with chips and jalapenos. Oh, man, you got inflamed colon and you're going to eat the jalapeno, habanero salsa. Yeah, you're going to get more of that. You're going to get more of that. Listen, I love pepper. I eat a lot of pepper with my food. Not a lot, but I love pepper. It's a Caribbean thing. I'll be honest with you. Most Caribbeans are you're gonna find that they either cook with peppers in the food or have a pepper type sauce. A lot of times I've done it. I've got habaneros and jalapenos. I mixed in cucumbers and a little bit of salt. What else? And sometimes lime, sometimes lemon, and we'll blend it up and create my own pepper sauce. Some people would add a little mango or something kind of sweet to kind of balance it out. And I've created my own hot sauce type deal. We take that stuff seriously. So, but the moment that you realize that it's going to hurt you, beyond this flavor, then you're gonna have to cut it out. That's just, and if you don't cut it out, then you don't complain about it. Like with my shoulder right now. My shoulder, I know that that's what I have to do. I have to go get it checked out. I thought that it would be healed by now. Now I realize it's not healing. So now it's time for me to go get it checked out. If I don't get it checked out, I need to just zip it and just take the pain because that's a decision I'm making now. You know, right? I'm making the decision not to go get it checked out. So, you know, all right. So here, I got this out the way because I'm going to need to lift this up. That's why I need to move this. I need to lift this up out of here. Okay. And so good. Now it can be lifted up, right? See that? I can slide this off a little bit. I can slide this guy off a little bit. The reason this needs to come off is because I'm going to have to open up this. This piece is going to have to come off so I can see inside here, okay? All right. Let me see what else I have. Any other screws? Any other screws? Do I have one from the back? Let me see. I don't know. All right, let's get this side off. Let's get this cap off here. All right. And let's see what we find, man. I just want to see what we find. This is for diagnostic, so I am going to be wrapping up in a second. But damn, I was so curious about it. I wanted to see what was going on. Okay, come on, buddy. I gotta get this guy off of this little piece here. This guy's on pretty good. Here he is. Come off. Okay. All right, so just remember where everything goes. You know, you have this little gasket here. Remember that also. All right, so let's see. Oh, I have one more screw. You know what's funny? At the end of the day, sometimes you realize that some of this stuff is simpler than you think. It's just screws, you know, screw here, screw here, screw here. And you just have to remember where the screws go. All right, so here's the one motor. Okay. Good, I'm not plugged in, right? Here's one motor. You have a circuit board section over here that's telling things what to do. And then you have your second motor. This is where the dirt, the suction is coming here first, okay? Suction is coming here first, all right? This is where everything is, and then the suction, there's another section over here. And I was trying to, oh, sweet. Okay. All right. I was really trying to figure out what each motor is being used for, because you're building up a vacuum in here with this motor, right? See that? Because the dirt is going to go through here. Let me see something. All right, it goes down through there. Let me see. Let me lift this up here real quick. Can this come up? Nope. I gotta get the screw out. Hold on. This is fascinating though, because I think they're the only vacuum company that do this. I might be wrong, but I think so. That they use a double motor. It's still interesting. I like that. I just don't know what the motivation was with it. Okay, so this is where this is taking the dirt from in here to here. So I'm assuming this is for the extra suction, maybe, or more for the hose. Why have two motors? I mean, how much better is it cleaning? That's what I would like to know. One of our vacuums, this is Wayne. Hi. Yes. It was the neck, the assembly at the bottom. It severed the electric wire that goes and give power to the motor at the bottom there. It got severed, but the place it got severed is not easily accessible. And that neck, normally you would just replace the whole neck, but that neck is not sold like that. You would have to just buy the entire rug nozzle. But it's not something, yeah. So, but I figured it out though. I figured out a way to get it fixed up for you. Okay. It's right. Well, it's right. You can get it today. The filter. Yes, you can. Is that fantastic? The the filter. Awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait. You will. We'll see you later. Okay. Let me pull it. Hold on. I'm still shoot right now. Give me a second. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's about 150. I'll be honest with you altogether. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. Well, less. How's that? Because I went in, I cleaned out the kind of the fan area and everything, and made sure that that was there, and then and we put a new filter in. So, but I did smell what you were talking about. I smelled that. Yeah, yeah, I did. So I was, yeah, I was aware. Okay, beautiful. All right. Yeah, yeah, and that's the yeah. It becomes an issue, but we'll try it out when you come in. Okay. All right. All right. Bye bye. All right, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up right now, but I wanted you to see this fan. So let's see. Let's take the fan off. Okay. I went a little bit over my time. I was trying to time myself and not go too far, but sometimes when you're that close to discovery, you don't want to just stop. You know, it's like gosh, we're that close to discovery. So Brian already had the answer already. I told you she is smarter than many people in the room, and I give her credit for that. Wow, Brian, you know what? You know what? You were wrong, but you were right. It's not it's not a broken piece. The piece is actually missing, but it's the fan itself. The piece broke off. Okay, the fan is making that noise because of that crack right here. Okay, all right. So you were right, kinda. I'm still gonna give it to you because you guessed it. You guessed it. You guessed it. I'm still gonna give it to you, man. All right, but yeah. So we just have to replace this fan, okay? And then we're good to go. No need to throw away an $800 vacuum. Just pop another fan on here, and we're good to go. All right. So guys, I'm gonna have to go. But what it is, you would get a just get a you know get one of these to take it off. You know what I'm talking about, right? Let me show you these little ratchet, and you order the fan. And guys, let me know if you have trouble, if you have one of these machines and you're going through this and you can't find a fan. Find out what kind of size this is, and I can see if I can order it for you if you have trouble. And all I would need really is the all I would need is the model number, and I can start a search from there. All right. So Grant says you only get a free pass to complain about something for so long. Yeah, after a point, if you haven't done anything to change it, well, that's you, boo boo. Yes, yes, There's some people, man, that if you try to tell them that they're not a victim, they will get mad at you. They want to be a victim. They'll get madder at you for letting them know that you have the ability to rise up and do something about this. They'll get madder at you for that than they are if you told them that they're a victim and there's nothing they can do about it. Are you kidding me? It seems how is it that you feel that I'm insulting you for telling you that you have it in you to get out of this situation? And I'm not insulting you if I tell you that you can't get out of this situation. There's nothing you can do. You're just stuck. That is crazy. That's crazy. I'm telling you that you can't do it. And you're like, yeah, yeah. But I said, man, I'm telling you, man, the answer is in your hands. You can do this. Make it happen. And you'll get mad at me for that. Holy cow. They get mad. They can get mad at me. I don't mind. They want to be miserable. Fantastic. I hope you have a day as pleasant as you are. Damn, Brienne. Hey, Brienne, you be coming like that, man. Golly. Oh, man. Holy cow. Hey, listen. All I know is don't let me get on your bad side. I don't think I want to see it. I'm trying to get this up all at the same time, guys, because it looked like it got hot in here and it started to melt. So I'm just trying to see if I can get it on. Yep, there you go. It's working. And I can get leverage on both sides of this fan. And golly, I'm slipping. And I can get it. Let me see if I can just pull it off now that it rose up a little bit. Gosh, come on. Get off. Come on. Come on. Gotcha. You think you can hide from me forever, dude? Can't hide from me forever. Okay, that's it. So I'm gonna clean this all out. Pop a new fan on here. Put back the nut. Put the screws back in. Put everything back together, and this is finito. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me while I diagnose these different things, different ways to figure out what's going on with these vacuums. You can do the same thing too, okay, and save yourself some money. And then we'll see you again, all right? I should be here tomorrow if everything goes well, all right? Brienne, you're always a delight. You're always a delight. Well, you are always a delight. I'll talk to you guys soon. Stay positive. You're on both different devices. Oh, well then, damn, man. Cheers, right? All right. Boom. I will catch you. I'll catch you later. All right. And let me exit over here. Bam.
Yes.